So I really just want to stress in this video that nobody else has their crap together either. You might think that you're the only person that doesn't have their crap together. You're looking around and it seems like so many other people are ahead of you, or whatever that looks like for you. But I need to stress at this moment that everybody else has their problems and everybody else sucks too. There is so much more going on behind the scenes that you don't recognize and that you don't see, and you have to be okay with that. And you yourself are imperfect, and that imperfectness is actually what makes life really interesting and really fun. So if you don't know me, I am Professor Dave Massack. I'm Associate Professor of Innovation Strategy and Entrepreneurship, and I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. There's so many people that help me out that I want to pay the favor forward to help you out. So actually this reciprocity journey started when I created this sort of sharing economy editing platform, and it was this website, and I had to get the word out. So I started doing these YouTube videos. And over time, what I saw was that people were engaging with the videos in which they weren't feeling okay with themselves, and they were recognizing that there was huge sort of struggles that they were dealing with, and they were sort of responding to those things. And so that is what I want to sort of stress in this moment, is that there is a lot of other people that are dealing with things, and you might think that everybody else has their life together, but you have to look and see what the reality is. The reality is that most people project to other people to show that they have their life together. But then when you just poke at the surface, just even a little bit, you'll find out that they're a total mess, just like you and I, and that is okay. And so what I started doing with the Reciprocity Project is just giving you some tips and tricks on how I actually deal with things and process some of these things. I might be a little further along than you, or I might be younger than you or at the same stage as you, but I'm just a little bit more open with dealing with some of these things. So I wanted to let you know in terms of how I process and think about these things, so you have a different viewpoint. That's the cool thing with YouTube, is that you can get all of these different ideas and stuff. And I also wanted to point out that I wanted to be a person that's kind of trusted, like the sort of most trusted person on the platform that is going to try to tell you the truth and help you out, but at the same time recognize that I don't know anything. I am just kind of bumbling along like you, but I have sort of thought about some things from time to time. And I need you to know, in terms of dealing with this, and why I actually stress a lot of this stuff about being okay with yourself, or being optimistic, or being looking for opportunities. It's simply because it's just a heck of a lot more fun. I can view, and I do have a lot of days and a lot of moments throughout the day where I get kind of negative, and I think about, the problems that I'm dealing with at this moment, or there's things that are going on that I can't quite control, and I think, oh man, I shouldn't do those things. But I want to stress that actually that stuff eats you up, and it's no fun to sort of dwell on those things. The fun part that we can deal with and that we could do is actually look at the things that are really awesome in your life and be optimistic and sort of see where the future is going to go. And I think a lot of people sort of mistaken that as being too rosy colored, looking through the world with rosy colored glasses. But I don't see it that way. I see it as a way where, yes, it's a recognition that the world is tough and you can't get to certain places. But it's also a recognition that if you want to get there, you have to sort of maintain this belief in the world around you. And even when things are tough and things are down, that, things are actually okay. It doesn't really quite matter to focus on those things that are really, really getting you down, to focus on the things that are really amazing in your life. And that's actually how you sort of grow as a person to sort of change your mindset of focusing on the things that are amazing on your life and looking at all the opportunities around you. And then you start feeling okay with who you are and what you're doing. And I know a lot of people got dealt a bad hand. Most people got dealt a bad hand in life. There's very few people that actually sort of start out with everything all together and all that kind of stuff. But the part of life that is interesting is actually dealing with those things that you were given a bad hand, and figuring out how to actually turn those things into something that is golden, or your assets, or the thing that actually drives you to go further and to do more with who you are. So yes, I know that things can be tough for a lot of people. I'm not that sort of blind to that. And I know that this is kind of foo-foo, sort of rah-rah kind of stuff. And I'm not blind to that either, in any sort of way. But I do know that in order to actually engage and do wonderful things in this world, you have to have this sort of belief that things are always going to be better if you keep working towards that thing. So what I can encourage you to do at this moment, if you're feeling down or you're feeling not quite right, is to maintain that belief that the world is going to get better, and keep working towards that thing. Start off where you are right now and grow towards you're actually getting better. It is tough. It's not going to happen overnight. None of this stuff ever happens overnight. In my experience, it takes decades to get to the point where you're actually, yeah, I'm okay with this certain thing. And even then, it's never perfect, right? And so you have to keep working at it and keep being okay with that, and getting to the moment where you actually get better. And when you're 80 years old, you might feel a lot better with yourself. You might not, but at the same time, this is a sort of fundamental thing that we do in life. It's just pushing towards something, to do something that is wonderful. Because why else are we here? What is it that we do if we just simply bumble around and engage and do things that are kind of everyday stuff? That doesn't give me a lot of fulfillment. But if I know that if I'm working towards something and I can engage in those things, then I feel a lot better about myself. And when I'm 80 years old, I'll have something else that I can fulfill myself with and do something with. And hopefully things will be interesting at that moment too. And so what I'd encourage you to do is really try to see the world in a positive light. I think positivity is such an important role in our life, and it will change who you are and what you see, how you see the world. If you just can simply say that this is okay, I'm doing okay, and the world is actually at a great moment in my life. Even though, yeah, the world is falling apart, I can do a lot with that. That gives me a lot of resources. This broken world around me gives me a lot of resources to move forward and to do some amazing things in my life. So if you like that, and you want to follow along with the Reciprocity project, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is all about you and building this community where people are engaged not only in research, but also sort of having a very positive outlook on this world, and being okay with speaking openly and being authentic and being yourself. I think that those are important things. And we all have these moments in our careers where we don't know what to do. So whether you're doing research or whether you are transitioning to management or whatever, we all struggle with those things. And I'm going to try to be as open to you about those struggles in my life. So hopefully you could learn something from that as well. So with that, give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel, and take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye.